Right, Blighty Boxing with Frank Warren and Queensbury here at the South Coast home of the Dogfather, Mark Chamberlain. Mark, what's happened? You come back from holiday?
I know you've caught me on bad terms. I need a haircut, sorting the dogs out.
Fat?
Yeah, put a little bit of weight on.
You have a good time?
Yeah, it was good, really good.
Needed?
Yeah, it was nice to just chill out for a week and eat a bit of food and just chill out, really.
You had it all planned out, didn't you, with the fight, staying in town, departure, everything. And then it all nearly went wrong right at the end, didn't it, with the Saturday show, unfortunately getting pulled. And you were shit for that one, but thankfully you ended up on the Friday. But you must have had a few little moments there.
Yeah, well, I was just literally getting out the front door to get in the car to come to London for the workout. And then I got a call saying, oh, hold fire for a minute because Saturday might not be happening. So I thought, oh, what's going to happen now? I was like inches away from having to go to McDonald's. It's only down the road, I don't know if you see it. But then I thought, no, hold on half hour. Half hour went by and Wayne rang me and said, you're on the Friday. BT want you on the Friday. So yeah, I had to hold fire on the McDonald's and get the job done, and then got a nice Five Guys afterwards.
I was at the workout and I heard while I was there they said, but they've told Mark to stay away from the bacon butties because it looks like there's a chance, you know. So
yeah,
must have been a real balancing act there, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's disheartening to train for like 8-9 weeks twice a day, and then to get a phone call 3 days before saying it might not be happening, and all the money you put into training camps and all the hard work, and then for them to say that, it's like, oh, the first thing you're going to go and do is have a good eat, innit? So.
Yeah. Now then, obviously, the last time we spoke, you informed us that your dog Peggy was expecting a second litter.
Yeah.
Were you expecting her to deliver 9?
Not 9, no.
7 boys, is it?
7 boys, 2 girls.
Yeah, let's just zoom in on a couple of them here, a little bit.
Is your one Frank?
Yeah.
What's this one?
Dove, I think you said.
Dave.
Dove.
Dave the dog.
So there they are, little beauties. Now, I know you farmed them out for the duration of your holiday, but you're back now, so you're back to all the sort of puppy stress and all that?
Back to reality, yeah. 9, I think I've got another 3 or 4 weeks left and then they can go. So yeah.
You've done it before, how hard is it?
It's hard work. Anyone that has done dogs...
I've done it with 1.
Oh yeah,
or 2.
Try 9.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine.
It's a nightmare. When they were born, I was going to keep them here, and I was up like every hour with them, feeding them. And obviously I was boxing in 3 weeks' time, and I needed to get sleep. So a friend of mine, I took them round, and the lady, she looked after them for me, and yeah, it was brilliant.
So when you say you were feeding them, do you bottle feeding them, or what? How do you do that when they're little tiny little rats?
Well, there was 8 that were fine, and there was the little one there. I had to bottle feed her because she was too small, and she was like getting bullied out of the way, so she couldn't get no milk. So I bottle fed her for the first night. She got a little bit of strength, and then she was straight on, but she was fine.
Is it a special type of milk you got to give them?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It's the vets give us.
Not just dairy milk, is it?
No, it's like powder. Like I suppose like similar to what a baby would have, but obviously for a dog. Yeah, you just got to mix it in warm water and away you go.
Now I saw a post on Twitter while you were away, kind of advertising the fact that you had them, but I suppose you can now reveal to everyone, but they're all spoken for now, aren't they?
All gone, yeah.
Very, very quick, isn't it?
I've got someone coming tonight for the last one, and then yeah, 9 out of 9 sold.
Excellent. Is that expected? Is that normal? Is that how it goes?
Yeah and no. I mean, then they're not too expensive for what people are asking for, so I expected them to sell, but there's that little panic thinking, are they going to sell? Am I going to be left with 9? But there's always someone out there that wants them, and
so
they're all
never
going
in your
to good
thinking
homes.
to keep one or anything, sort of?
No, I just haven't got the time. Honestly, with boxing and a bit of work and that, and I've got my other 2 dogs, I just haven't got the time for another one.
Let's get on to the subject of boxing before people think we're turned into a dog channel.
Zoo lover.
Yeah. Benjamin Lamptey.
I have to put them down. My hands are
kind of unknown.
Yep.
To many of us. I expect you had a little look. But essentially, these unknown quantities, and you saw he had 9 knockouts.
Yeah.
I suppose it's one of these where you think you've got to be a little bit careful, isn't it? Sort of
yeah.
tread with caution.
I think he had his first 11 he won, and I'm pretty sure he stopped 9 of them. But yeah, no, we always knew he was dangerous. Obviously, if he could stop 9 people, he must be able to hit, and he was always dangerous throughout that fight. But yeah, no, it was another good win, another good opponent, I suppose, on paper, and yeah, we move on.
You mentioned afterwards, I think you sort of said, I felt a bit flat in the first couple of rounds. But part of that may be down to a bit of natural caution, because of not really knowing what you were up against. If you were fighting against a British guy with that sort of record, you'd have known exactly what you were up against.
Yeah.
And you would have made a judgment as to how you were going to go into it. Was it flat, or was it natural caution?
I put it down to him being so short, purely because he was down low all the time, and obviously I'm tall, and he was short, and he's down by my knees, and he was that low I couldn't even bring uppercuts up. If I had to do that, I had to crouch down. And obviously in the videos you could see that I was clipping him round the back of the head, not on purpose, purely because he's down low. How can I hit him? And then he was moaning about elbows in the head, but if his head went down on my knees, he wouldn't get elbowed in the head on his way up, would he? So
you need that kind of experience. I mean, you're 9-0 now, but you've got to go through these sort of short ones, tall ones, you know, come forward ones, back foot ones, southpaws. I suppose it's all just part of the process, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's all good sparring, taller people, shorter people, so it gets you used to it. But he was low, very low.
How far into this process do you feel you are now? How far are you from when they sometimes say, you know, pressing the button?
Well, I think I want to start pushing on now. I'm not sure what level I want to go or what's going to happen, but I'd like to think I've got a title in the next 8 or 9 months' time at least. So yeah, I mean, I just want to. I know the ball is rolling in the right direction, but maybe get something now. I'm at that stage. I've had 9 fights. I'd like to think by 12, 13 fights I've got a title at least.
We promised another one before Christmas, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, out in December again, I believe. So
that'll be good. What did you feel about having Sam in your post-fight interview? Did you know about it before, or was it just sort of sprung on you?
No, I didn't know nothing about it. I got in the ring and I sort of waved over to Frank, and I think it was behind Frank. And then obviously my fight had finished, and I got over. They said, "Oh, you got to have an interview with BT," and Sam was stood there. That's just one of them things, you know. I mean, if the fight's going to happen, great. If it's not, then
I think it's just like you say, it's just getting the ball rolling, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Setting a narrative, that kind of thing. But the funny thing was, you just had a 4th round stoppage or retirement, but you were kind of in a bit of a deflated sort of mood, weren't you?
I weren't too happy, really.
You know, that wasn't a great performance, whereas really, in a sort of American terms, you'd be sort of throwing down the gauntlet to him, going, look, you know.
I mean, a win's a win, and that was a good stoppage, I suppose. But I just didn't feel like it was. I don't know. I'd done 4 rounds, but it felt like I'd done 1. It was weird. Everything was like slowed right down. I don't know. It's just weird.
Do you think there's kind of an expectation falling on you now, where people have seen you be so vicious and destructive early on, but they kind of think if it goes more than a few rounds, they think, oh, Mark's a bit flat tonight.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't look at things like that, and I don't go looking for the stoppage, because obviously if you go looking for it, as you know, it make it look ugly, and you could get caught yourself. So if it comes, it comes, and him being a bit tougher than the past opponents, I knew I was going to break him down after a few rounds anyway, and he retired and didn't come out for the 5th. So yeah,
I think that international experience and doing something different, valuable. I think it will do you good.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, rather than, like you say, the same old thing every time. While everyone's banging on about Sam and that match down the line, I think they've kind of forgotten about another natural match that can be made once he gets his career fired up again. He's Charles Frankham.
For me?
Yeah.
I think he's the weight below me.
No, he assures me he's going to be a lightweight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with your amateur history, well, I say the ABA final, I should say, you know, amateur history. I mean, there's a nice little fight down the line, isn't it?
We can do it again, no problem. But this time round, we've got 8-ounce gloves on, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a case of he's had a bit of a stop-start thing so far, but hopefully now he's with Frank, he'll start firing up his career a little bit, and That'll be a good thing down the line, especially as you're surrounded by Frankums at the gym, aren't you?
Yeah, Josh and Levi. Yeah.
Dads and brothers.
Yeah.
And
Uncles. Yeah, no, it's they're good people. I mean, they're nice people. We get on and train in the gym, and business is business. If there's a fight down the line with Charles, then why not? I'll fight anyone.
Be a good fight though, wouldn't it? I mean, like I say, when you get to repeat ABA, certainly ABA senior finals in the pro ranks, it's going to get a little bit of traction, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. A bit like, I think it was Dylan White, wasn't it? As an amateur, he ended up having bad blood with someone and ended up fighting in the pros. Yeah, but if there's fights to be made, and then obviously everything's right on the terms and that, then I suppose they can be made.
Kind of the point you're at now, like say 9-0, people are talking about you. They're starting to talk about fights they'd like to see with you. Now that's a positive straight away, isn't it? Because people have been thinking about you and they're talking about you, saying, "I'd love to see him fight him and him and him." It's a good stage to be at, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I've earned that spot, and I'm at that level now. But like I say, I just want to get pushing on now. Obviously, I'm only 22, so there is no rush. But let's just see what they got in store for me and take each fight as it comes. Dogs.
There is an attraction of fights that have got a little bit of backstory, though, isn't it? So a little bit of, sometimes a little bit of spite, a little bit of rivalry, that sort of thing. Yeah. It's what sells, isn't it? And helps sell a few tickets.
Definitely, yeah. I believe if you can build up a big fight like BT are trying to do with me and Sam, it will get a lot of eyes and probably sell out an arena later on down the line. Who knows?
Do you reckon you might start ending up on the same shows?
Yeah, I think
like trying to sort of.
I think they said that's what they're going to do. Put us on a couple of shows.
For a little while.
Yeah, is what it is, isn't it?
Then everyone goes to the quickest stoppage and all that, and then
it's all fun and games, isn't it? I suppose.
Exactly. Right, Mark. I think the Dogfather. We'll shut you down now, but we'll get some pictures of you with these hounds. Thanks for having us down here.
No problem.
And we'll see you very soon back in the gym.
Yeah, we'll do.
First time we come and see you where you're not punching things, isn't it?
I know. I'm itching. Look, I'm itching to go again. Tapping my hands.
How much weight did you put on holiday?
I'll tell you the truth, I'm the heaviest I've ever been.
Really?
Yeah. Paul, nutritionist, he's like, "What have you been eating?" I think I was 71.6 kilos. I've never in my life seen 70 kilos.
Wow. Where have you put it on?
I don't know. I think I weighed in on the Thursday, 62 kilos. I went on holiday, I ate and ate. Come back 71.6. Yeah. But now today I jumped on the scales, I was 68.4, something like that.
Fallen off a bit.
So it's come off, and I've only been home 3 days.
I wonder if it went, did it go around your waist or?
I don't know. I think it was just all like water weight, my body holding on to everything. I had a crepe every day, Nutella crepe. I had sometimes 2 a day. Got it, ain't you? Don't go on holiday to watch your weight.
Absolutely. Well, you've earned it, and you've, like you say, you've put your camp in, worked hard. You've got another one coming up, so that's why you squeezed in that week's holiday, wasn't it?
I want to go on holiday again after the next one.
And you've got your 9 little charges here to look after for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, the noisy little things, aren't they?
All right, mate. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
No problem.